All right, we're out here again with the KTM 65. The last time we were here, the bottom end blew up, the crank basically seized, and we had to take the motor apart again and put in a new crank. We put in a hot rods bottom end, and today we're gonna be out here riding it for the first time with our fingers crossed, hoping that we don't have this thing blow up again. This thing has been a curse for us and a blessing because we've been able to work on it and learn about how to work on dirt bikes. But as you can see, the motor's clean because it was out and rebuilt. So go ahead and warm it up, Max, and we'll be out riding. We'll give a report back at the end on how she did. Here is the old crank. You can see that there's absolutely no play in the rod. It doesn't move freely. You can also see that the caps there have melted. So yeah, this is what we took off. You can see it's not moving freely at all. It's basically done. The bearings in there completely gave out and seized. I can't even move it. So yeah, that's the reason why we had to rebuild the motor. It was actually pretty crazy for me to do this build, as it was the first time I ever pulled a motor out of a bike. So it was crazy to see that. It was also the first time I've ever had a motor apart, and first time I ever split the cases. So I had a good buddy of mine, Parker, help me with this. Actually, he did most of the work, but I was there to at least film it. And we were able to split the cases, kept the transmission and everything together, as well as replaced the crank bearings, and then obviously put in the new crank. Everything went back together pretty seamlessly and pretty easy, but definitely something I wouldn't have been able to do without my buddy Parker. So thanks, Parker, for this. But yeah, actually, it went together a lot smoother than I would have ever expected, and it's actually not as hard as it looks. It's just really tedious and requires a lot of detail-oriented things to be put back together. Let's get to the riding footage.